All right, welcome to the second episode of Miles Talk Sports, and today we're going to be talking about the MLB, the NFL, and most importantly, UFC 320 this upcoming weekend. So let's just get MLB out the way. Starting off, the wild card series is officially over today. The Yankees shut out the Boston Red Sox 4-0. The Cubs beat the Padres 3-1 for them to advance, and I actually had the Padres winning, so that's a little bit of a surprise. And the Tigers beat the Guardians 6-3 pretty convincingly to move on. The Dodgers beat the Reds yesterday, so they moved on 2-0. Of course, out of all the wild card teams, the Dodgers look the most dominant, but I'd say right behind them, definitely, I'd say the Yankees. The Yankees. I mean, what are you gonna do? What else are you gonna do with the team with a boatload of money? But yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. My pick to win the MLB World Series this year is the Dodgers. I got them going back to back. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be talking more about the MLB going on into these later rounds and these later series, just because the wild card isn't really too eventful. You kind of already know what's gonna happen, and not only that, but there's only really 3 games. But I don't think it's a bad idea. There's no shame to it. So yeah, we're gonna be moving on to Thursday night football. We're gonna talk about a little bit more about that. Um, the Rams definitely should have won against this injured Niners team, but somehow the Niners pulled it off. Mac Jones and Christian McCaffrey with some big gains. Mac Jones threw for 330, I believe, with 2 touchdowns, and Christian McCaffrey had like 140 and a tutty as well. So that was definitely good on them. Also, their wide receiver, shout out man, what's his name, bro? Kendrick Bourne. Shout out Kendrick Bourne. Shout out to the real app because I remember the last name, but I did not know his first name. So shout out to Kendrick Bourne. I believe he had 140 today. Stepped up real big for the Niners, man. This injured Niners team, they don't got Kittle or Pearsall this game, so he definitely stepped up. He did his big one, and he definitely helped them win. Also, shout out to the Niners defense forcing that late fumble against Karen Lacey and moving on. Talking about the Rams, man. Um, Other than the fumble, I mean, without the fumble, they win this game. Matthew Stafford did his big one, man. Basically 400 yards on the night, 3 touchdowns. Kyron Lacey did his big one besides the fumble, 130 and 2 tutties, man. But you just can't fumble, man. I mean, when we look back at that game, we're not going to remember the 130 and 2 tutties. We're just going to remember that fumble at the 1 yard line. But Puka Nakua just had his worst game of the season, 85 yards and a touchdown. This guy is the best wide receiver in the league, and he is on pace to receive for 2,100 yards. Not one person has broken 2K yards receiving, and he is on pace to break it by 100 yards. I don't care if it's just week 5. I don't care if there's still time left in the season. Based on what we have seen the last 2 seasons, it is not stupid or dumb to say that this guy's the best wide receiver. He had the best receiver rookie season of all time. He came in his second season, he was a little bit injured, but when he was on the field, he produced like a superstar. And now we're seeing a healthy Puka Nakua, and he is producing like he's going to have the best wide receiver season of all time. And you can quote me on that when the season ends and he has over 2,000 receiving yards and at least 10 touchdowns, all right? But anyways, the Rams, hey, other than the Kyron Lacey fumble, I want to say they look good, but again, this Niners team is badly injured. But other than that, they looked good. I still have high hopes for this Rams team, and I think they're gonna do good things in the playoffs. I think they're gonna make it to the conference championship, but we'll see. Again, the Rams can't be dropping games like this against the Niners or the Eagles because these are gonna be very important games. This these type of games decide if they're gonna be a dominant 13-4 team or a somehow 10-7 team that's scratching by to make the wild card. But anyways, let's get into what we really want to talk about, and that is UFC 320, man. Yeah, this card is gonna be looking great. For UFC 320, the main card, we have Alex Pereira versus Ankalaev 2, and for the co-main, we have Marab versus Corey Sandhagen. Man, I'm sad. Mainly because I wanted to see Corey Sandhagen do so well, bro. But man, like you could have put him against. Now I'm not. You know what? Yeah, you could have put him against O'Malley. I mean, when he was there, I think he would have beat O'Malley. You could have put him against Aljo. I think he would have beaten Aljo. But yeah, man, I really enjoy watching Sandhagen. Very technical, very nice. But I think Marab is just gonna maul him. Um, yeah. Kind of sad to see. Kind of sad to see. But you know, anything can happen in the cage. But yeah, I have Marab winning by a dominant decision, like 4-1. Nah, 5-0, honestly. I have this of 5-0 Marab. Absolute wrestling masterclass. Um, the main event, I'm going for Pereira. I'm watching this with the intent of fully going for Pereira. But I don't. If I'm betting on this, I'm having Ankalaev. But hopefully, if Pereira can get his combinations working more and keep his distance from Ankalaev, because I think Pereira outstrikes Ankalaev. But I think the gap between Pereira's and Ankalaev's striking compared to Ankalaev and Pereira's grappling is very massive. I feel like even though Pereira is outclasses Ankalaev in striking, Ankalaev has enough skill in striking that he makes up for grappling, and I just don't think it goes the same way for Pereira. Ankalaev is allowed to fight a little bit sloppy when he's striking because he has that grappling advantage that everybody preaches about in MMA. And I mean, yeah. So if you want to make the safe bet, go Ankalaev. But me personally, I hope Pereira wins. But yeah, that's just what you expect to see. But coming up to my favorite fight of the night, man, Jiri Prochazka versus Khalil Roundtree. And you know what? I really don't want to see either of these guys lose. If it was up to me, bro, like, you know, if you watch Street Beefs, you know, bro, when they get the tie, bro, both of them get the win, bro. Please, bro. Let them tie and give them both the win on their record, bro, because I cannot see one of these dudes lose. More specifically, get finished. Oh, my goodness. That's going to break my heart. And actually, we are going to be watching some clips of Jiri Prochazka and Khalil Roundtree, mainly because I think this is going to be the hardest fight to predict. So we are going to be watching some film on both fighters. We're going to be watching Jiri versus Pereira and Jiri versus Hill, and then we're going to be watching Khalil versus Pereira and Khalil versus Hill, since they both face those opponents. So yeah, actually, let's get right into it, and then after that, I'm gonna give you guys my prediction for this fight. Okay, so we have the footage pulled up right here. So yeah, let's just get to these videos. We're gonna be starting off with Roundtree versus Pereira. As you can see in the video, it says every single strike per versus Roundtree. So we're gonna just be looking at some of these exchanges and combinations, and I'm not the best, but I'm gonna try to break these down as best as I can. So let's look at these. Offer. I just want to say, we know Pereira loves to start out with that that leg kick, so we're definitely gonna be seeing that against Ankalaev again. But yeah, I'm excited. Nice kick. Look at that. That's a great 1-2 exchange. One thing that really surprised a lot of people. Let's see if we can go back to this in slow motion. Is that Roundtree, especially in the earlier rounds, was winning a lot of exchanges against Pereira. And I think the beauty of MMA is, you know, I train boxing, but unlike boxing, MMA, since you have the grappling and the kicking, there's a lot more variety and ease to land some of these combos. So let's see this again. Look, Pereira goes for the kick to the body. Nothing too hard, simple. Boom. As Pereira's getting back into guard, Roundtree sneaks in a nice 1-2. Let's get that again. Low kick. Boom, boom. Right? Nothing too crazy. But yeah, he's really good at disrupting people's rhythms and flows. And I think Jiri's gonna have One thing, I think Yuri's gonna have a hard time if Roundtree gets down his flow, but I think Roundtree's also gonna have a hard time trying to find out Yuri's flow, because Yuri is such a complex, unique, kind of unpredictable fighter.
Pronounced.
But yeah, look, Roundtree's really great on the feet, man. Look at the pressure, the comebacks right here. Boom. Boom. That is a great hit right there. I'm going to turn the playback speed to 7.5 because 0.5 was too slow, but let's go back on that, man, because again, I love Roundtree, man. This dude's exchanges are phenomenal. Boom. Let's see what's that. Right here. Boom. Let's see if we can see this. Let's see if I can accurately break this down.
It's just different. The big body from the right.
Boom. He doesn't even feint the jab. That's the crazy thing. He doesn't even feint the jab. He just goes straight for the straight left and lands it cleanly on Pereira. That is great. And it looks like we're about to see him eat one. Oh no. Blocks the kick. And yeah, I mean, look, this right here is just a testament to how great Roundtree is on the feet. Being able to actually stand and exchange with Pereira, but I'm gonna keep this going. I'm pausing a little bit too much. But yeah, boom, Pereira obviously getting his licks in. He's, again, great on the feet. But yeah, man, this is gonna be a very skilled fight. Look, Roundtree is very good at pushing opponents back when he needs to be. Roundtree has great octagon sense, so if he feels like he's getting pressured towards the cage a little bit, he's going to throw his combinations to allow him to have more space up on that cage. And I'm not going to point it out too much more, but just watch. Look, he's like, okay, he's trying to pressure me back. He throws the looping over him, and look, Pereira backs up from the ESPN logo to the monster logo in the middle. Look, same here. Boom. Overhand to back him up, and that one lands too. Look, boom.
And I also wonder.
And he's not throwing silly punches to back him up. These are landing. These are landing. These are landing.
So I'm tired of first. He wants him on the center.
But yeah, man, two great sound fighters. And I'm really wishing the best for Roundtree. I really am. I love this guy.
Possible 5. Like getting to him. He's breathing.
Boom, boom. And into the body very next to the head right there.
Nice shot by Roundtree can do to get you hurt.
Man. These guys were going at it, bro.
Awkwardness from the
Boom! Boom! I don't know why he cut it. Why did this guy cut that so short? We're gonna have to go to the playback here.
Nice shot by Roundtree can do it again. It does not seem ever.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna come up to this.
Nice shot by Roundtree can do it get you hurdled.
Man, this guy here.
Compromise.
Where's it at? See, now we gotta be hunting. Boom! Look at that. He makes Pereira overextend. He makes Pereira overextend on the kick. Pereira has his back towards Roundtree. Roundtree just boom, clocks him, and he goes down. That's great. That's great. Roundtree was able to read the kicks early on. He made him overextend, and then boom, he made Alex Pereira pay. And that's not something you see people do against Pereira a lot. They don't make him pay because, again, Alex Pereira, very heavy hitter, but sometimes he does tend to overextend on his shots, and Roundtree was able to make him pay there, so that was great.
The fellas, on the return.
Boom, boom. Again, look, that's that backing up. That's that backing up. Making it back up with these flurries. And he's landing on. Boom! Look at that. Look at that. And look, boom. We've been seeing a lot of nice punch combinations from Roundtree. And wow, look at this kick. Pereira thinks he's going body. He blocks low. Boom! He goes high, lands perfectly. That is a beautiful shot, man. This dude is so technical. Look at that elbow. Look at that elbow he mixes in there. That's great. This is great striking. Boom. Nice elbow on the chin. I'm surprised. Pereira kind of has a weak chin, so I'm surprised Roundtree didn't finish him with all these shots, man. But Yeah, Pereira's a champ. Pereira's a dog, so not much to expect. Man.
Man, the speed is extraordinary. Clean right hand.
Again, there's that flurry to back up.
Again.
Look, Pereira, you can see him working in these leg kicks.
Counter land, closing the distance.
Boom.
Pull off what three.
Boom. He loves that straight leg.
Yes.
But in terms of
I'm watching it. He loves that straight leg.
That's
a nice tool he has. And here in the later rounds, we see Roundtree's getting tired. So Pereira starts working it. Pereira was eating at that leg. Look. Now when you see Pereira start to kick the leg, instead of Roundtree checking, he's going to pull that leg. Ooh, yeah. When you see Pereira throw the leg kick, instead of checking the kick, Roundtree's going to start pulling because of how damaged his leg is. So that's bad. But yeah, into the later rounds, Pereira was working the body with the kicks. He's working the legs and the body with the kicks. So in these later rounds, you start to see Pereira get more and more active.
Now he's kicking those attacking. Nice in kick with a good front kick to the body.
Yep. And yeah, man, this was a great Pereira win.
Kick up the
But a
middle.
great showing for
Extend those combinations.
Again, that leg, the leg kicks, man, they're eating up Roundtree. Boom. And let's see if we can go back to that. I'm gonna slow it down. Pereira was working in these leg kicks so much.
Kick up the middle.
Not this.
Extend those combinations.
Leg of Roundtree Jr. Stark increasingly touched by Pereira.
Boom. Look, Roundtree starts to expect. Roundtree starts to expect the leg kicks, and Pereira is able to fake these leg kicks and actually go for just simple punches that land cleanly. You know, that's what he did for you. Like, man, look at this.
Nice right hand from Pereira. And another knee.
Yeah.
But looks like
He's real bad.
Roundable.
Just cut
And this is where he starts.
This is what he's in
Finish
close.
on Roundtree.
left eye, right eye is just
Roundtree Jr. retreats. Pereira 2 to go right.
as a map.
Yeah. Overall, great fight from these two fighters.
Pereira revived the round. That's right hand.
Alright, next fight we're going to be looking at is Jiri versus Poetan, so let's get right into it. Alright, for this Jiri Alex fight, we're going to be reacting to the second one, because I feel like that if we're going to be reacting and filming or going off of Roundtree's film, we're going to have to go off the more recent fight, just because they both fought more recent Alex Pereira. So we're going to be breaking down this fight. We all know how this one ends, but after we're going to be reacting to both of their fights versus Hill, and I want to get this video 30 minutes or less, so we're going to try to speed this up, guys. Sorry for the long film time, but yeah, let's just skip through all of this.
Pereira is always Western Australia.
Legendary stare down, by the way. Legendary stare down, man.
Intense athletes.
I remember watching this fight. This was amazing, man. The energy was electric.
He said this.
Two warriors.
My money, this is the best stare
And this is literally 3 cards after 300, bro. Alex Pereira was fighting. Alex Pereira's run was crazy, man. If he gets the belt back, I hope he can witness another
UFC light heavyweight championship
straight
on
to
the
it.
line. Gold gloves on both sides. Prochazka in red. Multicolored trunks. We'll call them blue for Pereira.
Hands up high for Pereira.
Again, we're already seeing Pereira work the legs. I don't know if Jiri nor Roundtree are going to be working the legs against each other. Maybe Roundtree. I feel like Roundtree has better striking than Jiri, so maybe he'll be working the legs. But yeah, if they ever want to fight, if Pereira wins and they want to fight Pereira again, man, or if these guys have to fight Pereira in the near future, they're going to have to learn how to deal with these leg kicks, man, because both of their legs were getting gnawed up when they were
Pereira
fighting
working on both legs early on.
But anyways, boom, already nice check hook, and Yuri's awkward, but this fight Pereira was able to get him down. But look, again, we saw this with Roundtree. Jiri
Nice entry
flurry,
connection by Prochazka.
doing the flurry combos to back him
Return
up.
by Poetan.
Strong low kick. That one hurt him.
Leg kick. I feel like Roundtree's more
Another
durable
low
than
kick.
Jiri. I think that's just gonna have an advantage.
Alex put some steam
And Roundtree, we
behind
do
that
know
shot.
he has great
Yuri
kicks,
needs
so
to get
I
some
think
respect.
he's gonna be able to work the legs.
He got hit again with that left.
But yeah,
Oh, he
man, Yuri,
almost
look
landed on
at
that
how
hook in his
unorthodox
zone.
Yuri is. Like
There's
we
that.
said, I want to pause here. We said that one of Roundtree's strengths were his ability to disrupt people's rhythm, and dude, I think he's gonna have a hard time trying to get down Yuri's rhythm.
Eliminated jab to the
I
body.
really do. We see them in the clench here, but Pereira was able to.
Yuri's in close, exactly where he wants to be. The last time he took him out, he did a really good job of mixing up his wrestling.
Nice knee by Jiri.
Boom, yeah, gets out. Very
But
strong.
able to gain some separation late in the round.
You know, no racism. That's probably because he's white. Of course, their skin's gonna get more.
He won the first round last time.
Boom! And this is, look, Jiri is an awkward fighter. Jiri is an awkward fighter, but bro, especially in this Roundtree fight, sorry, that's closed captions. Especially, this is a very important fight for both of these fighters. Dude, you cannot be coming in with your hands down against a fighter as technical and as precise as Roundtree. Look,
He won the first round
hands down throws a straight jab. I know he's supposed to be unpredictable, he's supposed to be wild,
He
but
won
you
the
cannot
first
be
round
doing this
last-
against Roundtree if you want to win. Boom! Chin him. Absolutely chin him. Anyways, let's get on to the second round.
Huge knockdown right on the cut of round one.
Oh boy, he's wobbly. He's
Wow, that's a beautiful shot, man. Round two, and we all know how this ends, man. Boom! And I want to say, go back to when we were watching the Roundtree Pereira fight. Roundtree lands a mean high kick to Pereira's head, and Pereira actually had the reaction time to block it. He just thought it was going to the body. This right here is the exact same kick. The only difference is Pereira lands this kick with his foot. If Roundtree can land this same exact kick with his calf, bro, Yuri's gone. Yuri's gone. Look. Oh, shoot. My bad, guys. Boom. Boom. Doesn't even fake it. Doesn't even fake nothing. Let's see this one more time. Boom. Jiri doesn't even see it coming. Again, Hurt needs to stop this fight here. But, man, if I can easily see Khalil Roundtree catching that same high kick he did on Alex to Jiri, man. If he can piece up Jiri enough and work him, I can see him landing one of those nasty head kicks, bro. This is gonna be Alright. Now we're gonna be watching. We started off with Jiri, we started off with Roundtree, so now we're gonna be starting it off with Jiri for watching their Jamal Hill fights. And yeah, man, let's get into it. Alright, so I couldn't find any shortened highlights, so we're just gonna be watching the full fight off of UFC India. But I'm gonna be fast forwarding just because I don't want this video to run on too long.
33 1-inch this year.
Yeah, okay, so it seems like a lot of this is just gonna be intros.
Rapasho.
But we see Jiri with the shaved
Black
head.
Jiri
That's
Prochazka
crazy.
in red.
Do I have this slowed down? Like an idiot, I have this slowed down. Let's actually speed this up a little bit. Just because I really don't want this to run on too long. But alright.
Universal Pictures Love Hurts, only in theaters, February.
Yeah, man, I'm just gonna be filling it out. Let's see if he establishes anything early, actually. Let's see if he
That
establishes.
southpaw stance, switching up the footwork here early on.
Yeah, kind of scaring each other out for most of this first round.
Drew a smile.
I know they started scrapping though. Boom. Dude, Jiri, one thing to look out for, Jiri was great at countering and being more on the move, you know? In the Pereira fight, he was a little bit more snagged in, but this fight, he was great being on the move, countering. So, yeah, I'm going to try to point that out as much as I can. But, yeah, let's see this again.
very unorthodox training methods.
Let's actually go 0.5 or 0.75. Boom. That is great. That is great. Right on the chin. That's great. Boom. He goes back. Because Jamal throws a weak jab. Weak jab. Back. Boom. Slips. That's great. Back. Boom. Pivots out. Not slips. Pivots out. But look. We're just going to look at that one more time. Sorry, y'all. Look. Back. Boom. Pivots out. That's beautiful. Alright, let's speed this back up so we can keep this going.
That's a big left hand. Drew a smile.
Boom. Nice jab. Nice jab. Look, Yuri's more aware, more evasive. So this is the Yuri that we're going to be seeing. Again, this is against a much weaker opponent in Jamal Hill, but
that leaves him more vulnerable, but makes the strikes
a weaker opponent in Jamal Hill, but he still looks a lot sharper. Boom. But look, Hill's still catching him. Hill's catching him. If this is Pereira, if this is Roundtree, they're going to do a lot more damage than Hill did in that exchange. They are.
When Jamal reaches, he's trying to throw that right hand off the pole.
Nice jab. Nice jab. Boom. And I think, let's see again. Ah, dang. I really don't want to keep pointing these out because it's going to drag the video on for so long, but I don't really care. Actually, I do care. I want this video to be watched.
Yuri's teams to want to counter.
You know, I know
when Jamal reaches, he's trying to throw that right hand off the pole.
Boom! Slips, and at the same time he's slipping, nice jab to the body. Yeah, so that's another great one. Let's keep this thing going.
I mean, the fact that he keeps
pressuring,
in that range
one.
Is very concerning.
Round one, champ, go ahead.
But I mean, he's his hands are down.
Nice
like,
pressure, nice head movement.
That's crazy. He trusts his instinct so much.
Let's speed this up a little more.
Crazy Prochazka's only had 6 UFC fights. Most of them have been title fights.
And that's how impressive he's been, right, John? The fact that this guy is, I mean, he was the champion for, what, 2 years?
Yeah.
The Dominic Reyes scale was just insane.
But that's what happens, right? When you beat the level of guys that you beat, right away. But I mean, you're beat guys like King Mo when he was in.
Boom! Boom! Oh my goodness. I forgot when this knockout or knockdown was. But you're gonna see more of that refined, pristine Yuri. Oh my, look at how disgusting that is. Again, being aware. Boom. Boom. He sees Hill step in. He sees Hill step in for the hook. Look, he's looking at Hill's feet. You can see, look very closely. This dude is looking at Hill's feet.
I mean, Yuri was beating guys like King Mo.
Look. He's looking at his legs, looking at the posture. He sees Hill step up. As soon as he... Right, that's precise reaction time. He sees Hill step up for the hook. Boom! Boom! Straight left, right to the chin, drops it. That is beautiful. I think we can cut the first round off there. I'm gonna see. Let's see. I don't remember too many more defining moments. I think he does pressure a little bit more. Let's see. I don't think this is so good. Boom! And again, this is really fast. It's going to be hard to see, but you're just going to see a lot of that refined Yuri that we've been talking about this whole time. That really refined, more evasive, more aware Yuri. Look at that slip. Y'all see that slip? Dang, man. I really don't want to be going back too much. Let's see if we... Boom. Nice slip. Nice slip. Anyways, let's keep this going. That's a very nice slip, man. Let's go. Let's go, Yuri.
He's not crowded. That's why Yuri's able to time his punches.
Alright. Yeah.
You cannot
Nice
go straight into Yuri if you miss the kick. He spins.
Backhand. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my god. I'm not gonna pause it, but if you want to slow it down right there, you're gonna see an amazing exchange from Yuri.
Much better in the fight. You can see he's worked on his defense. Even though he still got his hands down, much better head movement.
As he said, much better head movement. Yuri's still getting caught, but a lot better head movement.
That's a big right hand for Prochazka.
Boom, boom.
Jamal has a mouse under his left eye.
And his mouth's already open. Here, look at.
Yeah, nothing really happens for the rest of this.
Looks like
when that Jamal enters, you can see him looking for that spinning back thing.
it's almost like he's throwing it off speed.
Jamal needs to keep doing what he was doing there. He's throwing that kick.
See, but that's 10-9 Yuri. Isn't it 10-8? Because he knocked him down, right? That's 10-8, right?
Right now, these guys are pretty much just boxing.
I'm not sure if that's 10-8. Boom.
Before again.
Nice
Man,
jab.
this is just going at it. Boom. That's great. Yuri going back to that unorthodox, weird rhythm that he has, man. Almost like he has no rhythm sometimes. But yeah, Alright, stoppage.
Just
it to
Skip past that. I pretty skipped past a few.
Yuri's doing a good job by doubling up on that front kick. When Jamal relaxes after the first one lands, he throws a second. Oh, Jamal landed an uppercut.
Boom, 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 boom. And Jamal's trying to land. It looks like Yuri's a little bit tired. So the head movement's great, but hopefully he can work on the stamina for a bit. Okay. And now he got another timeout, man. Alright. Dang. I poked some more, but yeah, Yuri's head movement is great, but it looks like he's getting a little tired. I don't think this is gonna be a 5-round. Nah, it's not a 5-rounder though, so they're gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine. Boom. Yuri with these nice exchanges, man.
Oh my goodness. They just crash into each other every time. You wonder who's gonna fall.
I wonder, is this all like, is this chunk? Okay, this is also all fight.
Jamal can use that more. Get close, grab his head.
Boom, boom.
As the fight goes on and Yuri
Yuri
begins to
with a
fatigue a
nice
little bit,
head
his
movement
explosive
still,
movement
so
gets slower,
he
and he
can
relies on it so much.
Jamal Hill's catching him a little bit more though. And Jamal Hill's actually throwing these, he's getting Yuri. He's getting Yuri a lot, and he's throwing these knees to the head. I don't know if Roundtree's gonna be able to work that, but if he can, I think he can make something work off of that, because he is actually tagging him a bit with those, but it doesn't seem like he's doing too much. So I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, he's covering up that right side of his body. I think that left hand to the liver got him a little bit.
Yeah, alright, let's not waste any time. Dang, bro, this fight's so good. I wish I could do all of it.
Absolutely. His corner was telling him, though, treat it like you're down. Well, the judging so far tonight.
I might have to do a separate thing. Boom! 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 There we go. There we go. We might have to play this full exchange in normal. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful Rooney. Boom! Nice head movement. Gets his head down, comes up, explosive left hand right there. And there we're just gonna see, you know, duck that goose. You know, he's chasing the chicken around the ring. And yeah, look at that.
These are the moments where Jiri Prochazka thrives. He thrives in these chaotic exchanges.
Yep, chaotic, unorthodox. He's got Jamal leaking here, man.
Oh, nice.
Good combinations, but Jamal
Hill dominates his exchange there.
Jamal's recovered really well. Demands these big explosive movements in order to land things.
But I think that's
he
more
uses so much
Yuri's
energy.
gas tank. He has been
good
moving
left
his head a
hand.
lot this fight. Ooh! Nice. That's a nice slip. Very minimal too. Didn't lean back too much. Just nice. Gave him a little bit of a shave on the beard there.
Show you. I mean, Jamal should have a beat on him, but Yuri just kind of dips off to the right.
Good right hand to the body by
Nice
Jiri.
body.
And a front kick.
Nice body.
Big knee by Jamal.
Good head movement by Prochazka.
They're starting to get some stuff working. Ooh! 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 I didn't forget, but I didn't really know what time the knockout was gonna come at, but Hill was starting to get some stuff working, but unfortunately my words came back to bite me. Let's actually slow that down because I think Yuri did hit that. If I'm not mistaken, he did hit that off of the slip, right? Slip, boom. Yuri's head movement. This is what we've been wanting to see. This is the head movement that Yuri needs. Look, slip. Jamal overextends and he makes him pay. 1, 2. Drops him. And now we're just going to be seeing the finish. And that's all she wrote, man. So hopefully we can see this Yuri. We are going to see this Yuri fighting against Roundtree. But let's take a look at what Roundtree we're going to see against Yuri. Alright, and yeah, that's the Yuri versus Hill. Now, time to end this video off for Roundtree versus Hill. Alright, so we're back at it. I'm going to have to cut some of that out because I actually didn't pause for a little bit. But hopefully y'all won't see that. But let's get through this. I checked the recording time, we're at 33 minutes, so this video is going to be a bit long. Hopefully some people can actually bear me and watch it this long. But yeah,
Khalil really taking his time
let's get
here,
into this, man.
working the jab to the body.
Roundtree, custom shorts,
really
yes sir, my boy. Boom, nice leg kick. Dude, if Roundtree can work that leg kick against Yuri, this fight is going to be domination. Alright.
You hear the corner of Roundtree shouting fantastic. The punches are the main weapon. Renewed coaches.
And you know what?
The inside is
Look at that, another leg kick. We're just gonna skip past this because if I remember correctly, this is like just Roundtree domination. Like literally, this whole fight was just a Roundtree masterclass. Just filling each other out mostly. We see Roundtree starting to work those leg kicks in. We know Yuri's legs are kind of weak, so definitely. Like I said, when we were watching Yuri vs. Pereira, if Roundtree can work in those leg kicks, he has a great kick arsenal. Look at that kick to the body. He has a great kick arsenal, so if Roundtree can work those kicks in against Yuri, man, it's gonna be domination, bro. I'm telling you right now. Boom, nice kick. Gets out before Jamal Hill can return any damage. Another leg kick. Gets out. Again, very evasive, very aware, very sharp and precise. We'd love to see that.
He really doesn't have a lot of power when he throws a big right hand off of it, even from orthodox.
Right. Boom.
Khalil's going to cut the cage off. Sorry, pardon me, Jamal's going to cut the cage off when Khalil's split because of the kicks.
Yeah, his movement is definitely compromising those calf kicks.
Yeah, boom. Look, he's just work perfect. He's eating up the leg. Boom. He's eating up on the leg kicks, man.
Khalil just tossed in here.
I'm probably gonna be missing a lot of this stuff, but dude, I gotta speed this video up.
Corner of Jamal.
Roundtree moving a lot.
Let's take a look at some. That one hurt. 13 leg. Jamal Hill said he was fine.
Just working. Oh, this was a 5-round fight.
But Jamal had some success there.
That's why they're being a lot less.
And I think we saw the effects of it on Khalil as well. He kind of backed up a little bit. You know, made him work. Well, Roundtree's staying patient though, because he knows the power.
See, if they can make this. Oh wait, this was the main part. Okay, boom. Roundtree gets in on the punches. Roundtree after 3 rounds, looking sharp.
He doesn't get frustrated.
Look, he's just bouncing around, man.
He's going to play into the hands of Khalil. Jamal's going to be aware of that, stay nice and calm, but also forcing action whilst doing.
Yeah, man.
They went first and last there.
I'm probably missing
defensively
responsible. Not too much. Boom. Nice hit. Hill tries to play it off. Boom, another leg kick after the 2 after the 2 punches, after the 2 lefts.
Numbers might be kind of close, but not all significant strikes are this time.
Boom, Jamal gets a little something going. Boom! Drops Hill. Let's take a look at that. Dang, man, this video is going to be running long. Frick. Right. Boom. Let's take a look at how he landed that. But again, very misses. Ducks, comes in, very clean, very nice. Gets a little chaotic there, gets a little wild. Oh, and he's just eating these leg kicks. He's eating up these leg kicks, man. And I mean, from here, it's just Roundtree all day.
To think about, Jamal would want.
Understand it.
Yeah, I'm probably missing some leg kicks.
Almost like this. This is where Jamal has come.
Boom! Oh my goodness, I'm so glad I went back. Another drop. We're gonna take a look at that. I didn't watch this live, so sorry if I'm skipping out on stuff. I didn't really watch this
like this. This is where Jamal has to come.
Boom! Loads up, and that's mean.
Moments like this. This is where Jamal has to.
Loads up. Boom! Lands a mean one. You can hear that. That's disgusting.
Big right hook. Second knockdown of the round for Roundtree. And now Roundtree.
Yeah, and Roundtree's just gonna skip around. Yeah, and like I said, it's just utter domination from here on out.
Still a heavyweight history of 14.
Dang, man, I really wish I had more time to cut it down. Because I really can't find good highlights for like short videos, so I'm just reacting to the full fights. So I kind of just want to skim through this, which, oh, boom. Boom, man. And honestly, I'm gonna stop, because at this point, it's all the same thing. Boom. Again, that's Roundtree's, when he feels like he's getting backed up, he comes in with that flurry, and this time he caught Jamal Hill. So that's great. Those are the flurries that Roundtree throws when he needs to make some space, and that time it paid off. So, yeah. Let's see. Honestly, I think we're gonna cut it here. The video's running a little long. But we'll see.
That's what Jamal needs more of this. Fear combinations. For Hill, he's really stuck between his feet.
Right now, certainly at this stage.
Yeah, I think we're gonna cut it here, guys.
Couple of jabs.
Oh, that's a nice body shot. Let's see if we can go back to that. Boom, nice body shot. Yeah, and then I think Roundtree is kind of just working it. Boom, nice overhand, man. Yeah, this was just Roundtree domination. So both fighters did have an exponentially greater showing against Hill after their Pereira fights. I mean, obviously. But, yeah, that's all she wrote. Roundtree wins this a convincing 4-1, 5-0, depending on how you score it. I think 4-1. But yeah, man. So let's pause this here, and I'll be telling you guys my predictions for the fight. Alright guys, so that is going to wrap up this video, but before I end this video, I'm obviously going to be giving you my predictions for the 3 main fights on this main card. So for the Alex Pereira-Ankalaev fight, I think I have Alex Pereira coming back and reclaiming his belt. The better choice is Ankalaev, but I'm an Alex Pereira fan, and I do think Alex is good enough to get this upset done, so I'm going to go Alex Pereira with either a 3-2 decision or a shocking knockout win. For Merab versus Sandhagen, I think, even though I really like Sandhagen and his style, I think Merab's going to be easily able to outpace him. I think he's going to pressure Sandhagen. And I think it's going to be 5-0 decision Merab, to be honest. That's my prediction. A full-out, shutout, 5-0 Merab. And for this Roundtree Yuri fight, man, this fight's going to be electric. But I actually have Roundtree by round 3 stoppage. I think Roundtree is the more precise, more sharp, better fighter. He also has better cardio and a little bit better durability. And I think he's going to make Yuri pay with all these leg kicks and counters, man. So yeah, that's all for this video, and thank you guys for watching, and have a good day. Peace.